A Tale of the Lost Compass. Once upon a time, in a small coastal village, nestled between tall, rugged mountains and a vast, mysterious sea, lived a young girl named Lena. Lena was known throughout the village for her curiosity and her love of the ocean. Her father was a sailor, often gone for weeks, exploring distant lands and bringing back tales of exotic places. Among the many gifts he brought back for her was a compass, a beautiful, intricately crafted object with a golden needle that sparkled in the sunlight. Lena cherished the compass. She wore it around her neck every day, using it on her adventures through the rocky cliffs and winding paths around the village. One autumn afternoon, as she wandered further from her village than ever before, she found herself lost in a dense, misty forest. The towering trees and thick underbrush created an eerie silence, and the sun was beginning to dip below the horizon. Frightened but determined, Lena took a deep breath, clutching her compass tightly. As she gazed down at it, the needle began to turn strangely, pointing in a direction she had never seen before. Instead of north, it seemed to be guiding her toward a specific path through the trees. Her curiosity overcame her fear, and she decided to trust the compass, following where it led. After what felt like hours, Lena arrived at a small clearing where an ancient oak tree stood tall. Underneath the tree, she noticed a small box partially hidden in the roots. With a mixture of fear and excitement, she bent down and opened it. Inside was a collection of letters, yellowed with age and carefully bound with a faded ribbon. Each letter was signed by a woman named Amara, who seemed to be speaking directly to her. As Lena read the letters, she discovered that Amara had been a young woman from her village, who had ventured into the world alone many years ago. She wrote of her dreams, her fears, and her adventures as she traveled across oceans and continents. Her words were filled with wisdom and encouragement, as if she had somehow known Lena would one day find them. Inspired by Amara's words, Lena felt a newfound strength and confidence. The compass had not just been a gift from her father, it was a link to her past, a reminder of her own courage, and a guide to help her discover her own path in the world. She knew she had the same adventurous spirit that Amara had written about, and suddenly, she no longer felt lost. The mist lifted, and the path home became clear. When Lena finally returned to the village, she shared the story with her family and friends, who listened in awe. From that day on, Lena kept Amara's letters close to her heart, continuing to explore new paths, with the compass around her neck as her guide and the words of her ancestor echoing in her mind. Every adventure brought her closer to understanding herself and the world around her. Lena's tale became legendary in the village, a story shared around fires on cold nights, inspiring others to embrace the unknown and follow their own inner compass, just as she had done. Reflection and practice. As you listen to or read this story, try to focus on the flow of the narrative, the development of Lena's character, and the emotional journey she experiences. What themes stand out? How does Lena's experience with the compass symbolize her inner growth? Practicing storytelling through narratives like this can help you not only with listening comprehension but also with connecting deeply with the language, enhancing both your empathy and expression as a speaker.